Welcome to Caching in the Northwest. I know that you know that this is the official podcast of GeoWoodstock in the great Pacific Northwest. Each week, we're going to talk about caches and cachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're washing your hands long enough to read the geocaching.com's terms of service, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
And memorizing them too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that must mean it's time to bring in our globe-trotting gibbon. Some say his reality is augmented. And others say you can ask him if we're there yet, but he won't answer you. All we know is he's called Land Monkey.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't make me pull this podcast over.
I will do it.
And everybody will get the internet back on Thursday night. No, we're not giving it up yet.
All right, my friends, good to be here with you guys. How you guys doing?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, no one's melted yet?
Man, has it been hot.
Yeah.
You know, I have an office that I share with my wife, so it's a small bedroom. And we've put in 2 computers with 2 people. And in the last couple of days, it's been our own personal sauna. It's okay. It's a dry heat.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, saunas technically aren't supposed to be a dry heat. You're supposed to build the steam up in there, right? So.
Oh, well, we're doing it. It's steamy up.
It's steamy. Whoa. All right. Well, we'll keep the podcast PG and we'll just slow it down right there. Jim, how you doing, buddy?
We haven't melted yet. No, we're good.
Yeah. All right. You got the fan going in the background?
The fan is running. Sorry for the drone. It's not just my voice. There's a drone in there, too.
No, I should have one going here, and I don't. And it is warm. And this is supposed to be the coolest part of the house, but
maybe your wife could bring in the garden hose and rinse you down between.
That's a brilliant idea. So you could just stand in the doorway,
yeah,
water over here.
A little mist coming in.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of things that could possibly go wrong, we're going to do a podcast.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. And tonight we are going to talk about a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's right, Udak. Wonder what in the world tonight's topic would be. Well, thank you for that segue. We're going to talk about the Wonders of the World promotion, and we're going to talk about the actual Wonders of the World themselves, because that's always fun to talk about that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about geocaching on Mars. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. But before we talk about any of that, and we do want to hear from you in the chat, our live audience, about your thoughts. But before we talk about any of that, we're going to talk about our patrons, because our patrons are awesome. And they are. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. And, we want to throw out a quick reminder that we appreciate the support of all of our patrons. And in particular, we thank Land Sharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Now, I don't know if you guys heard this, but you can find. I'm trying to remember how the song starts.
Are we distracting you?
No, well, yes, but my brain went blank. I can't remember how the Buffalo Roam song. How does that go?
Give me a home.
It's Give Me a Home. I couldn't remember that. So it's Give Me a Home where the buffalo tubes roam and the Land Sharks will ship orders all day. All right, there you go. Land Sharks has the brand new buffalo tubes. They are roaming at the Land Sharks. If you're wondering what on earth are you talking about, Monkey, well, just go over to landsharks.ca. Check it out. They're perfect for your hiding needs. Hey, if you want to know more about supporting this show, well, why don't you just head on over to Patreon by clicking the Patreon link on the cachingnw.com website, and everything, all will be revealed.
Everything you ever wanted to know
42
will be revealed. Or not. There's a chance. Hey, you know what it's time for? It's time for the glove. That's the geocaching log of the week, and I have received some humdingers lately. Yes, a humdinger of a log. A glow doesn't necessarily have to be long to be impactful. In fact, IHAM shared one with me just this week that was very short, 2 small sentences. But in between those sentences, you could picture exactly what was going on. So we'll have to share that at another day because I just wanted to put that little tease out there. That,
Okay.
you know what? You could send it below. Whether you read it, like Monkey Cakes did, and I ham later, or whether you wrote it, we want to hear about it because great logs simply make geocaching better. Send an email or a field recording to feedback@cachingNW.com. Call into 253-693-TFTC or use the voicemail tool on the website and show us just how you glow.
That's right. And this one, as you mentioned, was submitted by Monkey Cakes. She was checking on the whereabouts of a missing trackable and stumbled across this DNF glow. It was written by Keen Jane on a cache, Don't Let the Fork in the Road Stump You. GC4QE0H, don't you know? Cache was in Pennsylvania, but that's northwest of New Jersey, so we're good. The log says, it was a gorgeous day out, so I stopped by after work to get this seemingly simple cache. Okay, side note, I'm already anticipating great things when they seem simple. It doesn't usually go well, at least for me. About 15 minutes into my leisurely hike, with a stop at the Frog Pond, aka Laguna Frosh, I was at ground zero. Easy, right? Wrong. Now, I was texting my boss, who goes hiking in Lorimer very frequently the whole time. At one point, I tried to send a picture of a frog from said pond, and it didn't go through. Oh, well, I thought there's probably just too much cover here. I'm sure it'll send when I reach the top of this next hill. It didn't. Right when Ground Zero was in sight, I heard some thunder in the far distance. It's not supposed to rain today. It wasn't supposed to. Maybe it's just that loud and far away. It wasn't. Well, I searched the obvious locations for a few minutes, and then my coordinates started getting really jumpy. Annoying, but I know where it is, so no worries, right? Wrong. More thunder. Loud this time. Let me check my radar tracking app, make sure I'm in the clear. It won't load. Oh no. Oh no. Did that picture ever send? No. She hadn't been getting any of my messages, but more importantly, I hadn't been getting hers. Her storm warnings. Okay, just find a darn cache so you can leave. That's a really bad idea. It starts to rain. I don't have any service and I'm surrounded by massive trees and it's starting to get windy. Screw it, I'm start booking it back out the way I came. I keep thinking with all the tree cover I might have some shelter from the rain at least. No. None at all. It's a torrential downpour. I'm soaking wet through my clothes, my shoes, my hair. Even my purse was dripping. Completely everything was soaked. Were there this many hills on the way in? Yes. Yes, there were. I hit some scree on the downhill leading back to Laguna Frosh. I thought I was going to die, but I stayed mostly upright. I'm sure I have service again because now all of those texts are coming through. Beep, beep, the emergency weather alert is going off. Now that it's back online, the county weather alert system is sending my texts and emails. My boss is frantic because I haven't answered, and my 3 weather radar apps are all freaking out. There's a loud snap from behind me and up, way up. I turned around with my arms blocking my terrified face. Picture a dumb blonde in a slasher flick. Like that's going to help stop a 40-footer from killing me. And it was from so far away that I couldn't even see what was broken or snapped or fell. Terrifying moment. If anyone was near me, I'm sure it would have been entertaining. I finally make it back out to Moreland Road into my car. It's still a torrential rain. I take off as many layers as I can and wring out my hair and socks. Of course, it stops raining as soon as I'm ready to drive away. It's normally a 20-minute drive or so to my house from Lorimer, but I was detoured so many times from fallen trees blocking roads that it took over 45 minutes. This was a week and a half ago, and as I'm writing this log, I still can't believe I didn't leave as soon as I heard the loud thunder. It was a harrowing ordeal, but I made it out alive to cache another day. To be too long, didn't read as I didn't get to find the thing.
Wow.
So yeah, that's quite the DNF. That's don't think I've ever read a DNF
That's
that
a long one.
But there you go. It's helpful though because you get a sense of what the terrain is like, and you get a good reminder that you should check the weather before you head out. Yeah. Well, I am glad that this cacher made it home safe. Keen Jane.
Yeah.
That's,
But I don't think she's keen to go out and find that cache again.
No, I don't think so. All right. Well, folks, if you're keen to participate in tonight's show, well, we would love to hear your thoughts. As our chat lackey's already posted in the chat, use hashtag world. Blow up the internet with us. Share your thoughts and ideas about anything that we're talking about during the podcast. And if you D&D did not die, there you go. That's a good one. Thank you, GSM times 2. And folks, if you have something you want to bring up that maybe doesn't fit exactly with the theme tonight, not that there is a theme tonight, but use hashtag FATAS as we always do, and that's for stuff that we'll bring up and chat about in the after show.
That's right. The after show, only available on Catching in the Northwest. You can try to use hashtag FATAS in other podcasts, but it doesn't work as well.
But why would you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
We've got our people trained so well.
It's true. That is true.
Well, that's only because we have the best audience in geocaching podcasting. So
No doubt about that.
I'm just going to start with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Hey.
So we've got just a little bit of news tonight.
Ooh. What's news with yous?
Well, it's so much news, it kind of covers the whole world, one would wonder. You're welcome. Geocaching.com released their new summer promotion, Wonders of the World souvenir promotion. This is very similar to Mystery at the Museum in the way it's going to play out, but yet so different. Shall I read the copy?
Well, let's read some of the copy, yeah, and then we'll interject, I'm sure.
Read every third word and then see if they can fill in the rest.
Okay.
Or leave out nouns and verbs.
Ooh.
And this can be like, what's that game where you...
How come you don't understand me?
That game, yeah. No, the one where you have like a story on a piece of paper, but it's missing, and it says, "Oh,
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs." There you go. Let's do this like Mad
Well,
Libs.
if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you.
Spanning all across the blank, the wonders of the world include blank of mankind's most blank feats.
Okay.
And Mother Nature's blank marvels.
Apple.
Okay. Spanning across apples. Okay, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Spanning across all
Chickens.
7 continents, the wonders of the world include some of mankind's most awe-inspiring architectural feats and Mother Nature's greatest marvels. Beginning August 12th, that hasn't happened yet,
No, it is not.
travel to the corners of the globe, reaching back in time to ancient civilizations to earn up to 3 new souvenirs and become a world explorer. You can earn these souvenirs by finding geocaches and collecting stamps to fill your Wonders of the World passport. Well, kind of sounds like a geo tour if you're collecting stamps, right? From the Temple of Artemis to the Roman Colosseum, let these wonders be your guidebook on your next geocaching adventure to become the World Explorer.
Ooh. Well, that's pretty fancy.
Isn't it? I mean, come on. Who doesn't love a good World Explorer?
The World Explorer. I like the sound of it.
Now it's official.
Wow. And we didn't record that.
Well, we kind of did. We just didn't.
True. You know what, guys in the chat? If you've been to one of the wonders of the world, whether it's the modern or ancient wonders of the world, which I didn't know there was a difference, or there were so many, I learned something tonight. Put it in the chat, because Roxanne says, I wish I had been a geocacher when I visited Petra.
Yeah.
I have a Petra CD.
That's pretty much the thing. Rock on.
Is it beside your Striper CD?
Yeah, it's right in that same section.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
I know a couple of people have been to Petra. That's definitely a place I would love to go as well. So where did you get to here?
It's on the bucket list, with or without the Muggle husband.
There you go, Udak. Where did we get to?
Donna's been to both Petra and the pyramids.
There you go. It's a game of one-upmanship now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how to work this.
I haven't been to any of them. So there you go. You can all one-up me.
All right. Well, so yeah, it's available on both the iOS and Android geocaching apps, the Geocachinger app, the official ones, as well as on geocaching.com. So like if you go to geocaching.com right now, and you click on your profile, and you'll see over on the left-hand side, the bar where everything's there, it's got a placeholder for it. And if you go into it, there's just a countdown in there right now. But soon enough, when it starts, everything's going to start kicking off, and you'll be able to start figuring out how to find your wonders of the world and get your points. And as Chris said, from what we've read through, it sounds very similar to the Mysteries at the Museum. Sorry, jump in there, Chris. What were you?
In case you wanted to see what it actually looked like.
Look at that.
Challenge yourself to explore the wonders of the world in 12 hours, 7 minutes, or 7 hours and 42 minutes.
Based on where you are.
Based on now.
Yeah. And so, yeah, August 12th, 2020 at noon UTC.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are the wonders of the world? So they're digital stamps hidden in geocaches. Chris was explaining that to us. So yeah, just like we did last summer with the souvenir promotion. It was last summer, right? When we did the Mystery at the Museum? Had to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
2 summers ago, I think.
No, it wasn't 2 years ago.
No, maybe it was just last year. I don't know. You know, I've been in the house
like
for
2 years.
It seems like another year.
But yeah, so again, they're going to want us to sort of plan our outings a little bit more. So there'll be different wonders in different types of geocache, or different geocaches, maybe not different types, but different geocaches. You have to collect all the modern wonders before you can start collecting the ancient wonders. So like last year, you had to collect clues before you could collect the gems. Same idea.
Right.
There's filters in the app.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if some of the other app makers, I know some of the other app makers like Cachly and such have sometimes used the back end of geocaching.com to build their own interface for it to help you play the game. I assume they'll probably try and do the same thing.
Now, Mystery at the Museum kind of popped up quickly, and geocaching.com didn't have the time to get it into the API. I don't know if they got this one in. I don't know if we can use a Cachly or GC Droid or anything to be able to track this. We may have to use the geocaching official app, the Geocachinger app. And so,
do you think it might almost be by design?
I hate to say yes. But maybe
come on, let's start a conspiracy theory.
Oh, trust me, I spent a lot of time with him. He hates to say yes.
Oh, fair enough. Attested to.
There you go. So I went and pulled a list of the modern wonders. So these are the 7 items you have to get first, including the Great Wall of China. Any idea where that one's located?
Nope.
The Taj Mahal. It's located in India. Now, you don't actually go to these places. Petra, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Roman Colosseum, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, Machu Picchu, and Chichen Itza.
Okay.
So,
I've been to Chichen Itza.
Have you?
I have. I've been to one. And I've been to the Colosseum. So there's 2 of those places that I've actually been to. That's pretty.
I've eaten chicken. It's like chicken eats ya.
Well, you know what's funny is when we went there, a lot of the tourists we were with, people were not really clear how to pronounce the name, and so our tour guide said, "Well, just pronounce it like chicken pizza, and you'll be fine." I'm thinking, well, not really, but I see where you're going with this. But yeah, maybe don't call it chicken pizza. That's not going to help anybody.
with a little barbecue sauce. It's delicious.
It is, but it's very different than Chichen Itza.
Okay. Chichen, not Chichen.
Chichen Itza.
Chichen Itza. Okay.
All right.
Or
Ancient
chicken
wonder.
pizza. Okay.
Or chicken pizza. That works apparently, according to the locals.
Oh, and the ancient wonders. So if once you collect all of these, the modern wonders, then you move on to the ancient wonders, like the Great Pyramids of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the statue of Zeus at Olympia. That's right here in Washington. It's just down I-5. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the Mausoleum of Mausoleusis at Halicarnassus.
Nicely done.
Man, there's a lot of S's in that.
There is.
The Colossus of Rhodes and the Lighthouse of Alexandria.
Well done. So hold on a second.
Himself is an ancient wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Scruster. Good to see you online, buddy. So the modern wonders and the ancient wonders that you just read through, are those ones that they've actually have you looking for in the souvenir in the game?
I can verify that the modern wonders are. I'm assuming with the ancient wonders.
Oh, because we won't know until we get there, right?
Right. We can't see ahead. They don't give you a screenshot of it yet.
Okay, but we're cheating a little bit because we got a screenshot from the gameplay from their blog. Gotcha.
Exactly. So that shows us the modern wonders, and that list lines up exactly with what Google says the modern wonders are, because if Google agrees, then
because that's probably where HQ got the list from. Okay, gotcha. Hey Google, what are the modern wonders of the world? Let's see how many of our listeners just got messed up and their Google Home is now talking.
Alexa, list the modern wonders of the world.
There you go. Fair, equal play there. So, as you're out and about when this thing starts on the 12th, in 12 days, 7 hours, fill in the minutes, how do you know which geocaches have wonders to go look for?
I don't know. I'm just going to hope.
Okay.
I don't know. I give up.
Okay. Nice seeing you. Good night.
Good night.
Well, it's killing.
What I would do is pull out the geocaching app and start the filter.
It seems like
that could work.
Be the way to go.
Yeah. If you remember Mystery at the Museum, which was some summers back, some number of summers, we don't know. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 1. Maybe it never happened. I don't remember. I've been in the house too long. I don't know how to tell time anymore.
Yes, it's day 147 of the 12-day quarantine.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Good.
Hey, and by the way,
I grounded my kids.
Guys, mission accomplished. I'm hearing from a number of our live viewers that their Alexa is reading them lists of the modern wonders.
Yes. I see that.
Thanks
we
a lot.
do our best to be all
And please note for the record that this time I did not trigger them.
Yeah. It was
this time. This time.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay.
We do our best.
The reason I did that is because Alexa will respond to any voice, where Siri and Google, you have to train them to your voice.
Actually, Google Home, often you can launch inquiries. You can't get it to actually run programs, but inquiries like that, you can usually get it to do.
My Google Mini will launch at random times when nobody says anything. So
that happened just the other. Well, let me tell you about. I didn't ask for anything.
I was bored. I wanted to talk to you, Chris. All right.
It was last summer.
It was last. There you go. Thank you, Chris Burrell.
And that seems like a long time ago. I remember. I mean, my wife and I took a little vacation, and back when you could, and went to Oregon, and there was the power trail there. It was just so easy to get all these clues and gems.
Yeah. Hey,
so long ago. It really does.
It does. Feels like that. Another little factoid here from UDAC. She said that she got confirmation from Rock Chalk that if you haven't finished #GC Memory Lane, you can earn points for that while completing the Wonders of the World. So you can double up on your points. So there you go. Thank you, Udak, for sharing that.
Nice. The what?
Wada.
Wada? So yes, that's a very good point, because the memory lane is going on right now, and it will be going on through the end of the year. There, you need to get 200 points to finish your geocaching game of life, shall we say? That's what it's like. Game of life. The little board that they developed. There's just a
right. Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I thought you were being more philosophical and.
No, it's just a silly
comparing. Yeah. No. Okay.
You put little pegs in your car and off you go. Spin that spinner.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 whatever ammo cans. Okay. Do not collect 200 moldy pieces of paper and call them a log.
So you're going to search for the wonders, which are going to just filter on the geocaching app the caches that have these digital stamps in them. Then what do you do?
I don't know. You mail them to Rock Chalk.
Okay.
And he will cash them in for you, and endorse them, and then you will get your souvenirs mailed to your home. Isn't that how it works?
Growing up as kids, my mom used to do the stamp books, and I can't remember what program it was.
S&H green stamps, blue chip stamps.
Green stamps, yeah. Same idea, right? You just collect them and you send those in, and you get a prize.
Yeah. My mom collected enough stamps to give me a bicycle when I was in elementary school. That was nice.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by what Keats is doing in the chat here. He's apparently out looking for caches, but he said it's dark and the banjos are getting louder.
It's in Maple Ridge, yeah.
Grown man picks up a banjo, my cheeks tighten.
No, jeez.
S&H green stamps, my mom did them.
Yep.
There you go. Thank you, Subway Mark. I also got distracted, but that's because Mrs. Monkey came home from a Tim Hortons run and donuts are in the house.
Dude, hey, if we meet at the border, could you throw Timbits individually and I'll catch them in my mouth?
I will absolutely do that. Okay. Yes.
Maybe need a wrist rocket to launch.
Get a wrist rocket, yeah, that's more fun.
Launching Timbits across the border with a wrist rocket. Oh man. That's got to happen. We have got to do that.
Next, hands across the border. We're gonna have a Timbits on a wrist rocket contest.
Absolutely. That's the best thing ever.
Now it's okay. We're still talking about international things like this Wonders of the World thing that we're trying to get through, but we get distracted and off we go. Okay.
Ooh, shiny things.
Yeah. Okay, everybody stop looking at the chat. Here we go. Where can you find, on what cache types are you going to be able to find these digital stickers for the Wonders of the World?
Active ones.
That's a good starting point.
That's a good one. What if you place a cache during this? What's going to happen?
It'll end up with one eventually?
Yes, you're right. New geocaches published during Wonders of the World will receive one of the modern wonders.
Oh, that's clever. I see what they did there.
Adventure labs will not contain wonders, and events, if anybody can ever have them, will not have wonders associated with them.
What are these events you speak of? Yeah.
2 shall not be the number. Accepting that, though, then proceeds to 3.
Nicely done.
What about 4?
4 is right out.
Hey, I have to say I was a little bit surprised that Adventure Lab caches won't contain wonders, because I was almost betting on the fact that Adventure Lab caches would somehow be tied in with this summer's souvenir promotion. So I got to say I was a little surprised with that. Not complaining. Because I think while where I live, we have a plethora of Adventure Lab caches. I know not everybody does where they live, so I think it makes sense to not tie it in with that. So probably good.
Sorry, I woke the baby.
Did you?
Yes.
Donut time on Zero Avenue. That has got to be a geocache.
Well, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Can't you meet at Peace Arch Park and cross the border like the lovers do?
Hmm.
Sounds like a song. Sounds like lyrics from a song.
Does a run to Tim Hortons count as hashtag podcast baking?
Who
No.
wants to run in a day like this?
Exactly. And no, it doesn't, because technically we didn't bake them. But I'm still happy.
Yeah, see, the baby's awake now. My apologies.
The podcast baby.
The
It's it's kind of a group baby care thing. So
Baby would have been awake by Boomer 365's credit anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true.
eventually in the end, but let's work to put the baby to sleep right now.
All right, let's
Shall
do
we
that.
continue to read?
Sure, please do.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, you do that. I'm going to eat a donut.
Dude, no.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Unless you brought enough to share for all the listeners, no eating donuts.
So good.
he has enough to share. He just won't.
Taking him out of the lineup right now until he's done eating. Unfortunately, he can put himself right back in. Okay. So you have to collect all of the modern wonders before you can collect any of the ancient wonders. Right? So same with Mystery at the Museum. Before you could collect the jewels, you had to collect all the clues.
The clues, right? Yeah.
Same idea. So this is interesting, though. A geocache can contain up to 2 wonder types, but an unlimited number of each wonder. That's okay. So it doesn't matter if somebody gets there first; they're not going to take your sticker, your digital sticker.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you had me confused for a few moments there. All right. Okay. Sorry, what?
But it can contain up to 2 wonder types. A geocache may have either a modern wonder or both a modern and an ancient wonder.
But you can only get one at a time.
And you can only log the geocache officially once. Right? So that seems odd to me. You can log the geocache, which includes either you may only collect the wonder for the level you are on. So if you have not found all 7 modern wonders, you will collect the modern wonder.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think I just figured out why they would have the 2, the ancient and the modern wonder, in the same geocache. Because yes, you're right. You can only find that cache once, so you would only get one of the 2. But one of the challenges people had last year with the promotion is that you didn't have clues in the same caches as you had gems. So you had to keep expanding your radius of where you're going caching. So the idea is that you can keep a smaller radius because.
So, I mean, last time it was, 6 gems?
6 gems and 5 or 6
5
clues?
or 6 clues plus the detective. I
Yeah.
mean, there were a good number of items. But here you've got, let's say, 7 and 7 or 8, 7 and 8. So you got 14 or 15 items here as well. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Lots of stuff to earn. But then the actual, so there's the difference though between the digital wonders that sort of track in your progress and the actual souvenirs, right? The souvenirs are not the same as the digital wonders that you use. So you have to earn a certain number of digital wonders in order to get a souvenir. Is that correct?
correct. You have to collect a certain number of the digital stamps from the wonders
Like
to
all.
earn a souvenir, I consider. To
Okay.
be a souvenir, you gain the stamps.
All right. And so there's only 3 souvenirs to
Yep.
earn. I shouldn't say only. There are 3 souvenirs to earn. I'm going to get in so much trouble again with HQ. All right. So there's 3 souvenirs to earn. They are the modern wonders of the world, the ancient wonders of the world, and the World Explorer, which sounds like another name for one of those Mars rovers.
We're getting to that.
Okay.
So those are the souvenirs you can earn. The first souvenir requires finding all 7 of the modern wonders. The second one requires all the ancient wonders. There's 7 of them. And the third one will just be given to you.
Oh, so when you get both the first ones, you get the third one automatically.
Yeah.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Exactly. So you can join at any time from
right now?
From August 12th on.
Oh, okay.
UTC.
Yeah. So right now they're planning to do it through the end of the year, December 31st, which coincides with the Memory Lane. So if you haven't done Memory Lane, you can get out there on the 12th and start knocking out both at one time.
Yeah, in fact, I'm reading this as don't bother caching for the next 12 days. You might as well wait to the 12th and then get started on all of this at once, right?
That's crazy talk, man.
Oh, oops. Where'd it go? There it is. GSM times 2 says, I wonder if they're going to throw in, hey, you need to get a 35 more. Surprise.
Yeah, people loved that little surprise at the end.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Also, Star Cacher. Will there be another surprise requirement to find 20 or so more caches of any kind after getting the 2 sets of wonders before they give you the Explorer?
Yeah, did they address that in the FAQ?
No.
They didn't? They
didn't the last time either.
There's like, don't ask about this. We're not going to talk about that.
I don't know, but Wet Coaster didn't seem to bother him at all, so...
Had it easy for the Mystery at the Museum as we were working on a 79 cache GeoArt.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
We did not like the 35 surprise.
Right? Yeah, nobody did. So, I don't know. All depends on how annoyed Rock Chalk is with us. I think that's...
Oh, you guys got through this too quick. Let's toss in, I don't know.
Everybody be nice to Rock Chalk, and then maybe he won't throw an extra 35 in at the end.
So they did put in a little part here about the coronavirus. As the coronavirus 2019, that's COVID-19, situation is evolving rapidly around the world, we encourage geocachers to follow the most current guidance from public health authorities when choosing how to participate in activities such as geocaching. Your health and safety are the top priority. Our goal is to have a promotion that is both fun and safe. As such, we will continue to make adjustments as needed so the promotion is as inclusive as possible. So I thought that was really well said. Now, last year, Mystery at the Museum, there was a time frame. I thought it was reasonable, right? Some people were rushing at the end, but it was reasonable to get what you need. Now, this one, the time frame really isn't, instead of weeks, it's months.
Right.
So
but there's still some regions where it's difficult for people to get out, right? So
exactly.
So I think it's good that they're doing that.
So I agree, and so you may be in. I used to use Idaho, but that may not be a good example. Or let's say Nebraska, or other places where maybe you're coming out of phase 3 into phase 4, where things are really opening up, and going out and getting geocaching is not a problem. But if you're in an area, say like Seattle, that may be going backwards into phase 1 again, getting out to get geocaches is probably not a good idea. So having this through the end of the year, while it takes away the urgency to go out and find them right away, is the responsible thing to do.
There you go. Good stuff. All right, and last but not least, where will you be able to see your souvenirs? Well, as we said right off the start, on your profile, geocaching.com, you'll have the ability to take a look there, as we always do.
Isn't Rock Chalk going to send you a personalized souvenir of a drawing he did himself?
That's right. If you mail in your stamps that you collect to him, and you can send those to Geocaching HQ. Yeah, Rock Chalk, care of Geocaching HQ.
And if you guys do that, we're all going to be in trouble. So
yeah, Actually, you know, the other thing is that if you actually do want to get those, I think you have to send him Nanaimo bars as well.
Oh, okay.
That's my understanding.
Getting
Then you will get the hand-drawn souvenirs.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Well, he will persevere. That's my segue. How was that?
Okay. There you go.
What else will persevere?
I don't know.
Trackables.
Something out of this world.
Yeah, because once you've finished being a world explorer, let's move on to other worlds.
Yeah, why not? How about Pluto? Not
Yeah.
a planet.
The dog?
It's a planet in my book,
How come Pluto?
my elementary school textbook.
Yeah, I'm not giving up Pluto as a planet. But in
No.
Disney, how come Pluto, walks on all four and barks, yet Goofy wears clothes upright, and stands upright and talks?
Yeah, and Donald Duck doesn't wear any pants. But geocaching and NASA are heading to Mars with the Perseverance rover.
That's right. So they've put a trackable on the Perseverance rover. Yeah, go
And
for it.
you'll be able to log it if you go to Mars.
Yeah, it's a neat novelty, but I'll be honest, I just don't get it.
Well, I'm told that the Cashly code reader, trackable code reader scanner thing will work on this if you use a telescope.
A really, really good telescope.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't work, it's your telescope isn't good enough.
Well, and the good news is you got a few months to go and buy a good telescope. So
Yeah.
Right.
there's that. Or book your time in at the observatory. Yeah, I mean, it's a neat idea. It's kind of cool, but I guess I just don't get it from how the game works. The whole concept that trackables are intended to move from cacher to cacher or cache to cache. And then when you put it on the Mars rover that's going to Mars, and as most rovers do, it's just going to stay there. I don't know what the point of making it trackable is. Explain to me why that's a point.
Oh, reasons?
Yeah, give me reasons.
Because NASA said so.
Okay. How can I argue with that?
But Perseverance is going to do some caching of its own,
I did not know that. Explain.
Sample caching.
Elaborate.
They're going to cache or collect core rock and soil samples and store them for an eventual return to Earth. When rock chalk kicks you so hard you land on Mars. And then you can bring the samples back.
There you go.
Because of all the books of S&H green stamps that have been sent in.
Yes.
Starcasher agrees. He says sending Rock Chalk the stamps will be the new Needs Archived party.
Oh, there you go. You talks to Rocks is going to check if the Pierce College telescope is strong enough. So some real field test right there. Let us know how that goes. Film it and send it into the podcast.
Indeed. We'd very much like to see that.
So Perseverance's launch was scheduled for today. Did it go off? I have been buried in work. I haven't looked at email, news, or anything. It did. I'm seeing nods. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm nodding loudly.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have watched it, but I was working.
I was going to say, I need to go find the launch on YouTube and watch that because I enjoy those.
Yes.
You can watch the launch on the Trackable page.
I bet I will be able to watch it before it lands on Mars because it takes several months to get there.
7.
There you go.
7 months. Yeah, there's GSM times 2 says it went off perfectly in all facts.
Fantastic.
I got to say, they've been
The launch
doing...
was successful, and the banjos played.
Oh.
that may or may not have been related to...
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got to say, NASA and SpaceX and all the other organizations involved recently have been doing a pretty, pardon the pun, but stellar job of getting payloads off this planet lately. They've it's pretty spectacular to watch. I've become a huge fan of watching the SpaceX launches and the re-landings of the reusable components.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is just mind-boggling still to me to watch that. That's so cool.
How very cool. So the trip to Mars is going to take several months. Perseverance is scheduled to land on the red planet Thursday, February 18th, 2021. Now,
it's not that far away.
No.
But if it's Thursday, are they going to be able to watch it? Because we're going to grind the internet to a halt.
Ooh,
that's right.
Yeah.
So what I found out is that every 26 months, the Earth and Mars, are the closest they're going to be for that period of time. And so, there's been several launches of items to Mars.
Yeah, there is a window that's optimal time to launch, yes.
So this was launched during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they'll be able to land on February the 18th if they don't run into traffic.
There you go. So,
well, if they have to stop and hit every rest stop on the way, it'll take forever. And if they don't, that'll be a modern wonder.
You'll have to have perseverance.
Yes.
Yeah. I was interested when they talked about where on Perseverance there that they're going to put the trackable code. And apparently it's printed on a 1-inch unique glass disc. That's part of the calibration target. So cameras and other tools on the rover use calibration targets to determine accurate colors, brightness, focus, and other information. This calibration target is specific for the Sherlock's Watson camera. I feel like they're going somewhere with those names.
You think so?
Yeah, and they're all like uppercase, so it's like some crazy acronym, of course.
Somebody worked hard to get those acronyms.
I know, right? Yeah. The Sherlock instrument is a spectrometer on the rover's arm that uses laser light to classify minerals and look for organic compounds. Its sidekick is Watson, another camera system that's used for engineering operations and science imaging on the surface of Mars. So there you go.
And there's these scanning habitable environments with Raman and luminescence for organics and chemicals.
With Raman?
Raymond, everybody loves Raymond.
So, well, if it's got ramen, then there's something to eat while it's on Mars.
Raman. Rayman. I don't know. That's why it's just Sherlock.
Yeah, it's simpler. Okay.
So,
well,
yeah. So you gonna log that one?
No.
You have to wait a little bit. So since it's the tracking code is on Watson's calibration target, once Perseverance lands on Mars, the camera will take a picture of the tracking code itself and send that picture back to Earth. So once the camera gets up and starts to calibrate itself, it's going to send that picture back to Earth. Then you can log the trackable. Now, I thought this was very interesting. The last sentence they put in this paragraph. Please
what is that?
The Geocaching HQ, the owners of this trackable, are giving explicit permission to log this trackable virtually. Per guidelines, discovering trackables virtually without permission from the owner is not permitted.
Armchair loggers everywhere rejoice.
Here's your one chance. You can't do it any other time, but you will be able to do it once.
So there you go. That's going to make our reviewer friends happy.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. That's how you log it. That's how it's all being done. It's interesting. It's cute. I think it's obviously a very good promotion for the game. Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of a fun thing to do as players of the game, that to know that a piece of our game has made it to another planet. That's pretty neat. I just think as a component of the game, I'm just kind of like, I'm not going to bother logging the trackable. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's not really to me what trackables are for. So my own opinion, but it's cool.
Well, did you log the trackable from the International Space Station?
I did not.
Okay. That's found in HQ's lobby.
I did not find it in HQ's lobby, therefore I did not log it.
Okay. So, this one has gone even farther than.
Hey, and if this comes back to Earth at some point and goes into HQ's lobby and it's there and I'm visiting, I'm not a party pooper. You do whatever you want. I didn't tell other people not to do it. I just said I'm not going to do it. Hey, and if I go to HQ and 2025 and when we're allowed to go back into the States again, and this glass disc with the trackable numbers sitting there in a trophy case, I will be delighted to log it at that point in time. But I don't know. Just to me, it just doesn't feel like the way that you play the game.
Okay. Well, until then, you'll have to persevere.
Yes, I will. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll get by just fine. But thank you for your concern.
Oh, so one thing on this, I love, everything to do with space. So I watched a video this morning of what Perseverance is going to do on Mars, and they're going to take core samples of, Earth or Mars, I guess, right? Because of the ground and rocks and such, and they're going to take those core samples, put them into a sterilized plastic container, and then drop it and wait for the next rover that's going to come and pick them up. So it's
the CETO rover.
It's going to be the CETO rover coming in behind it to clean up after it. So, Americans are just polluting every planet they land on.
With throwdown geocaches.
Oh, man. It's basically what it is.
It's cool, though. Like the sampling system. Before the podcast tonight, Chris played a little video from NASA about how that works. And that's some pretty spectacular technology and very cool stuff. I love the Mars rovers. I love the Mars missions. I love everything about space exploration. I don't know. I think it's silly to log
just not going to track it.
Planet. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird to me, but that's okay. That's just me. Everybody else, go ahead, log it. Knock your socks off. Have fun.
It's too hot. I'm not wearing socks.
And we won't talk about pants. All right. So moving right along.
Oh, it's a podcast.
Oh, so that's what we wanted to bring to you tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, we've got some great comments in the chat.
As always.
Make sure you use hashtag FATAST if you want to have us mention anything in the after show. And of course, use hashtag podcast baking. Tell us if you're baking anything on this warm summer evening.
Oh, yes.
On a train bound for nowhere.
All right. Well, we're going to start wrapping things up here, but we will get into the after show in a little bit. But before we do that, of course, we want to remind you to stay tuned for upcoming episodes. We're very excited next week. We're going to have Marcy from Gold Country. She's going to come on and she's going to tell us all about what you need to know if you're going to go and visit and discover Gold Country this summer or this fall. Or anytime really, but she's going to share with us what's going down in Gold Country, and I'm looking forward to that. I love talking with Marcy, and I love Gold Country, so it's going to be cool. That is August 6th. The week after that, August 13th, well, we've got Memphis Mafia. He's coming on the show, and he's going to talk to us about challenge caching. So we're going to revisit that topic again and take a different spin on it this time with our friend...
I was going to say, see if you can come up with a challenge to challenge him.
There you go. Awesome. That sounds like fun. All right. So, yeah, that's what's coming up, guys. Hope you look forward to those episodes. All right. Well, you know what? In the meantime, it is that time of the show where I want to take a moment to thank Landsharks, our corporate Denali level sponsor. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online. Hey, they ship orders online daily. We also want to thank our faithful Denali level supporters, of course, Landsharks, as well as JP's Geo Designs, Team Squirrel, Groovy Owl, and Cashly. If you want to know more about supporting this show, click that Patreon link on the CachingNW.com website.
Like Keats94 did at one time, but we haven't heard from him in a while.
And Subway Mark.
Highlands Guy.
Dora Moore.
Nebnerf.
Limax.
Kennel Bar.
Wet Coaster.
Dick Magnet.
Sprouter.
Wino Seattle.
CRS 98.
Camp Clan.
Segehove.
On the boat.
Kitty Club.
Team Noltex.
Genies.
Trexer Zero.
T. Sayer.
Billy Robson.
Ackerdock.
Alarobrick.
Dune Buddy.
The Geo Travelers.
MC3 Cats.
The Geo Nav Pros.
The green word.
GSM times 2.
LG 9000.
Seabeck Tribe.
Boomer 365.
And the baby's awake.
Yes, again.
Kid Vegas 19.
Kev MacD.
Logwork.
B. Pendragon.
And Teus.
Fairwood West.
And all the way from Utah, Broncos fan for life.
Hey, folks, you can find us on the web. Head on over to cashingnw.com/host. There you can find all those links that we always mention, and you just kind of fall asleep at the wheel when we're mentioning them. So we're not going to bring them up. But we do appreciate you taking the time to listen to this episode of Cashing in the Northwest. Don't forget that you can be part of the show. Call into 253-693-TFTC. Leave us a comment, ask us a question, or loan us your sense of wonder any time of the day. Of course, you can email us at feedback@cashingnw.com. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. If you like the show, click the Patreon link on the cashingnw.com website and subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and more. Give us a thumbs up or a review. The show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwoods, and Jay Kennedy. It's licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license. Copyright 2020 by Chris Umfenauer. Folks, stay tuned for... I lost the button.
The After Show.
Like, where is that button?
I'd say you're fired, but I don't know. We don't even do that on this show.
Oh.
The tribe has spoken. You have to stay.
Yeah. Ooh, the first
wants
task.
to know what land monkey is eating.
I have been, well, you know what? I bet you I know who knows. I bet you Donna knows what I've been eating. I was brought my favorite type of Tim Hortons donut, which is the sour cream glazed.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
That's not
with an ice cap.
Well, even better with an ice cap, but I did not have an ice cap tonight.
Yep, just put it in the cat. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, she got it, eh?
Yeah.
See, I told you she knew me that well.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If anybody were to bring me a Tim Hortons donut, that would be my favorite Tim Hortons donut at that time.
I agree with you.
Just going to make sure that goes on record.
Yeah.
Did I say copyrighted 2025?
Did you?
I
don't think so.
Copyrighted 2020 by Chris Umfenauer. I don't know. Maybe I said 2025 because that's the next time we can actually get together in an event.
I think you probably said 2020 by, and it sounded like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. See, with Scrufter, didn't your mama teach you to share? Where's mine?
Yours is at Tim Hortons. I guarantee it's there. Always fresh.
You just have to pay the storage fee?
That's right. Pick one up.
Look, Donna says the next time you guys come visit Canada, I'll have some for you.
And she won't even launch them at you with a wrist rocket across the border.
Well, she will now.
Now we have to.
Well, it just seems like way more fun to me. I don't know. It's like, Jim, another 20 feet back. Now open your mouth.
I've never launched donuts with a wrist rocket. I've got to try.
Right? I mean, just has to be done at this point. There are options. Sounds like something Dora Moore would have at one of her events. That's all I have to say.
Dora Moore, you can't steal that idea.
Copyright 2025 by Chris Umfenauer.
Okay, so GSM times 2 brings up a really good point. If geo means related to Earth, then a TB on Mars is definitely not part of a geo caching.
I like you, GSM times 2.
I like him too, but I disagree. I say a travel bug is still part of geocaching because it was launched from Earth and it's traveling. If you placed a cache on Mars, then it would not be a geocache.
There you go.
That's just my opinion.
That's right. So I don't think I guess there wasn't really a cache. Is there a cache on the International Space Station or just the travel bug?
They kept saying there was a cache there, but I think it was like they used one of the small lockers, something like that, as a cache.
So, I mean, that should not be a geocache.
Yeah. I am in the chat, gave the correct term, but I misread it at first and thought it was way funnier than it is. It's do you see where I'm going?
Yes. Aries cache.
Eris caching, but
Eris.
I reversed the S and the E.
How very British of you.
Which is way funnier. Arse caching, which is kind of how I often end up geocaching.
Oh, Starcacher, who had a good point there and totally got lost. Customs and Border Patrol might stop for an investigation of projectiles.
That's why you got to know somebody there.
Ooh.
You drop off a few Timbits before you head over to the launching site.
Go ahead.
Oh, I missed it. Roxanne went there in 1997.
Went where? Mars?
I don't know.
You missed the rest of the conversation, so yes.
Maybe it was Tim Hortons.
She said, good photo, Donna. Thanks, Rox. We went in 2010. She says we went in 97. So if you go look at Donna's photo, you'll be up to speed.
So here you go. So Donna's
there
photo.
You go.
She's in front of the pyramid and the Sphinx. Okay.
Yes.
So we're talking about the wonders. All right.
There you go.
I really got lost on that one.
And Wet Coaster said there's the geocache on the ISS.
There you go.
GC1.
So it is a geocache.
9.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. What else we got?
Well, to follow the Mars theme here, Brylang, our research department, throws in that areology is the scientific observation and study of the planet Mars's geology of Mars. Therefore, it's areocaching.
Areocaching.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Why is Aereo related to Mars?
Well,
Aries?
Probably the god Ares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Greek is. So I get the Greek and the Roman gods confused.
Well, you haven't met them.
Oh yeah,
you'd be even more confused if you did meet them.
That is probably true.
Because the Romans kind of just stole from the Greek gods and renamed them.
Yes.
Because they couldn't come up with anything on their own.
I don't know, which was the one that tried to capture the crew in Star Trek?
Khan.
No,
Khan.
Yes.
No,
I'm thinking the guy with the laurel leaves around his head or whatever they were.
Oh.
Was that Ares, the god of war?
Who knows?
Okay.
That's way back in the original series. Okay, I gotcha.
Yes. Terms of service.
As opposed to
no.
Yeah. Tongue.
Areocaching.com, so better jump on that one.
Yeah.
I have a hunch somebody will soon.
Has it already been done? Yeah.
Oh,
And Secret Cat says you got plenty of time to develop the API and website. you just need to camp on the URL. That's all.
Yeah,
that's right. But how are you going to get a GPS to work there?
Not my problem.
Oh, folks.
I don't know how GPSs work here, so
That's a good point. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, what do you think? Call it a wrap?
It's a wrap.
We don't have a choice. Brian Lang, down the gauntlet. Brian Lang, why do you have to do that? We were having fun, and now it's over. Folks, thanks so much. Stay safe while you're caching in the Northwest. It just popped up and said, having trouble connecting? Please check your internet connection.
I'm still showing that we're live.
We're live.
Mhm.
Maybe it's...
That was a real slick end to the show tonight.
Maybe this will be the podcast that never ends.
It's the podcast that never ends.
Can either one of you end it?